Welcome back. So in this video, I will show you how to kind of walk you through modeling this high poly version based off of the asset, the kind of box out mode we just created. So I can turn off the size reference because now we know we now have this this model to the size that we want. So that's not as important at this point. Then we'll just freeze the reference. Alright, so to start, we're gonna start off by just creating this as high poly as we want. So I hope to try to break this down to smaller bite-sized videos so that way you aren't overwhelmed with the long hour-long video. So I'll try to keep an eye on that. Meantime, we're going to start off by modeling this base. So here's your create box, and what we can do here, I'll work first poly, and a few things we could do. We could I guess for one we could just start off by duplicating this. If we wanted just to take this box or this base here, duplicate it, we could do that. But I do think it's important to know how just kind of to retopo. So we're going to take the box, match this. So start off with, use our snaps. We're going to snap that to there, snap this side there. I'm just going to snap this to that portion, and finally this one will get snapped all the way over here. And push this one down. Okay. Perfect. Now we'll talk about my snap toggles. And I'm going to inset this. So see something that's right there. Extrude this. Turn on my snap again. And I'm going to snap this just to the top. Like so. Okay. So now we have, let's make this our blue color so it's easy to see the difference between the two. So yeah, let's go ahead and really, this time we're poly count won't be a factor for this this version. So I'm going to chamfer these up. Let's go and use the quad chamfer. Put the edge tension to 0.0 or 0.5, and then let's round these out quite a bit. That seems pretty good for me. Okay. And if we are to look at our reference, we do see that it has a pretty, this part here seems to be smooth around. This one seems to be more smoothed, or even a larger bevel. So, sorry, chamfer. So I'm going to chamfer this one on its own. I want to make this maybe something real soft. I'm going to hide my reference quickly. So yeah, I think that seems to be pretty good. And then this one we'll start off by selecting. Then we'll inset. And I'm actually just going to go ahead and collapse this down. There you go. Okay, so now we select this whole edge. And I want to chamfer this, but I want this one to be a little bit larger, as it seems. Maybe even throw up one more. There you go. So that seems pretty in line. Yeah. Okay. So we gotta make sure we're in perspective mode. Okay, so that seems pretty in line with right here. Now, we'll just call this base HP. Okay, so next we will be wanting to build up this this larger piece come right out of the, this kind of this big major component. Okay, so again, I will just go ahead and create a box, and I will move this box to the center of everything. I want to turn my snap. Actually, for this, I want to make sure that I convert this L poly so I can move things around. And I want to do the same thing with my snap and my snap on. I'm just going to select each face, and then I'm going to snap it to just kind of match this shape here, as you can see. Oops, let's see. There you go. And I'm going to make this match right along here. In fact, I can make it go up a little bit. There you go. Okay. Well, now I think I'm going to make this go all the way to the top. And then what I'll do is I'm going to select those edges, connect them, and this will be right along there. What that's going to allow me to do later on is I can oops. What I do now is just detach this, we'll call that top HP. Okay. So I'll just hide that for a moment. So what I should do here is I'm going to soften all these edges, the chamfer, okay, so these are really round edges, so make sure that you make them round enough here. Okay, let's just lock that in. And as you can see now, here it looks like for this reference, it looks like they have kind of a door here, some kind of a panel that comes up on the back. Whereas in this reference, we don't see that. So in that case, what you can do is you can kind of decide which you would rather, how would you rather approach this? And really, it's kind of up to your interpretation here. Personally, I'm thinking that, let's see. Okay. Personally, I think that because my base model, I modeled it, I went off this one here. I will choose to ignore that at this point. And maybe something I can draw on later, but I don't think, since I followed more this style earlier, I'm going to stick with this style here, just to keep consistent of what I modeled. Okay. So with that being done, I think next I will model, let's see. And next I'll finish up this top portion right here. Okay, so you can name it however you want. I mean, probably my naming convention isn't the best at this point, but so I do know that I wanted this to be extrude out just a hair. Let's go with local. Maybe something more like that. So it's not a large extrude here. In fact, before I extrude, I think I'm going to go ahead and smooth it, or I'm going to round those corners. So select just the ones I want to chamfer. I want to do the quad chamfer, the tension 0.5, crank that up quite a bit, crank up the divisions. Okay. Maybe one more. Nice and smooth there, perfect. And it seems pretty in line with what I want. Yeah, so now I'm going to do is I'm going to select all these, all the faces, and I'm going to extrude this just a hair now. So something, maybe a little more than that, maybe something like a 0.2, yeah, I think that's pretty good. And I believe that, as you see here, it's a pretty soft edge. I do want to chamfer this bottom edge I just created as well. I don't know if I want to quite chamfer as much as I had the rest of it, so maybe something like this. And so it is also really nice to turn on and off your subdivisions to see how it's looking. Just make sure that it's make sure that it is you're creating the shape that you would like to make. So I'm going to pause this. I'm going to stop this video. The next video we will continue on. We'll model this top portion here and then start working our way towards the door and the coin slot and the back portions. So it is good to, typically it's good to model the larger portions first, just that way you are, and then work your way to the smaller details. So we won't get hung up on the small details until after we get kind of these big pieces in place. And then we'll start doing that in the next video.